Good morning everyone and welcome to another video on Mr. Ong Math Lesson. And today, based on the live stream I had with Junius Ong on TikTok, one of the viewers requested that I do a level 2 algebra external paper. So here you go. So the first question, so today we are going to do at question 1 of the NCEA 2020 exam, and question 2 and 3 will be done in a couple of days time. So let's go. So factorize 6x squared plus 13x minus 15. There are many ways to do this, but I'm going to do the method which I'm comfortable with. It's called the trial and error method. So I'm going to factorize the 6x squared on the left hand side. So 6x squared is made up of 6x and x. And I'm going to factorize minus 15. I made up of minus 5 times 3. And I'm going to cross multiply. So 6x times 3 is going to be 18x. X times minus 5 is minus 5x. I'm going to add the two numbers together. If this number comes to the middle number, then I got the answer. So it does. So 18x minus 5x gives you 13x. So that's what we want in the middle. So the answer is going to be 6x minus 5. Put a bracket. And then x plus 3. And that will give you an achieve in NCEA Level 2. Okay, good. Now we do the second question. The second question is completing the square. So completing the square, you need to know x squared plus 10x plus 22. Okay, so we are going to break them down into completing the square. So we're going to add two numbers, one you add and one you minus. To add that number, you just take 10 divided by 2. You add squared to it, and the same thing, you minus 10 over 2 squared, because this plus 10 over 2 squared minus 10 over 2 squared, they will cancel them out, so you get the same answer. Then you're going to factorize this equation. So to factorize that equation, you just take 10 over 2, so it's going to be x plus 5 squared. On this side, it will be 22 minus 10 over 2 is 5. 5 squared is 25. And then you're going to get the final answer of x plus 5 squared. And 22 minus 25 is minus 3. And that will be your second achieve. Okay? Not too bad, right? Great. Now we are going to proceed. Okay, the next question is slightly different from previous years, so we shall read them. In the 16th century, mathematicians were developing a formula to form a cubic equation. So the formula is given as xy equals to x cubed minus 12px plus r, where p and r are positive constant. So the graph y equals to x cubed minus 12px plus r pass through the point A, which is 440. You are going to find an expression of P in terms of R. So what I would do is that I'm going to substitute x equal to 4 and y equal to 40 into this equation. So the equation is y equal to x cubed minus 12px plus r. Then when your x equal to 4, because your x is 4 and your y is 40, we substitute y is 40, x is 4 cubed minus 12p times 4 plus r. Expand it, 40, 4 cubed is 64, 12 times 4 times p is 48p plus r. Then we're going to just swap it over. So this number comes in front and 40 goes behind. Then we're going to solve algebraically. Okay, so the first thing we did, we're going to minus 64. We're going to get rid of 64, so you minus 64, the 64, you minus 64, and minus 64. That 64 will be eliminated. So you are left with minus 48p plus r equal to minus 24. Now you want to get rid of the minus sign. You multiply by negative 1. So whatever is negative become positive. What is positive become negative. So 48p minus r equals to 24. So far so good. Now we're going to get rid of the r. So you plus r on both sides. So 48p equal to 24 plus r. And the last thing you're going to do, you're going to divide by 48. So you divide by 48 on the left. You divide by 48 on the right. So the 48 will cancel out. So p equals to 24 plus r over 48. And that will give you a merit. Okay? Have a look again and do again and you'll be fine. Okay? Great. Now we shall do the excellence question. Okay, so at the point B, it is true that 3x squared minus 3p equal to 0. That's the equation at the point B. Using algebra, show that x equals to minus 2p power of 0.5. So at the point B, that's the equation. 3x squared minus 12p equal to 0. So you're going to add 12p on both sides. So once you add 12p, the 12p will cancel out. So you get 3x squared equal to 12p. Now we're going to divide by 3 on both sides. Divide by 3. So what you get x squared equal to 4p because 12 divided by 3 is 4. Then you square root the answer. So square root the answer, x equal to plus minus square root of p. You should know that when you level 2, when you square root any number, is a plus minus answer. Simplify them. Square root of 4 is going to be 2, so it's going to be plus minus 2 square root of p. Since x, the value of x is negative, okay, this is a negative number, so the plus is irrelevant. So the answer is going to be x equal to minus 2 to the power of p, or simplified minus 2p to the power half. Also, half is 0.5, so equal to minus 2p to the power of 0.5. And if you can prove that, that is an excellence in this paper. Okay, have a go again. Okay, and the last question is another excellence question. Okay, have a read. So hopefully you can read because I print out a small because this page is too small. Consider the curve. Again, the equation is x cubed minus 12px plus r. So the shape of the curve changes and the length of the orange line. So this orange line and the blue line is r. Okay, so to calculate the blue line is very simple. X equal to 0. When x equals 0, put in the x equals 0 into that equation. So y equals to r. So that's r. Okay. So however, by symmetry, the orange line remains the same length. So this length and this length is the same. So the next important thing is that for some combination of r, the curve intersects the x-axis 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So in this case, only 1. So we're only looking at this graph. Okay. This will happen if the orange line is longer than the blue line. So the orange line is greater than r, then they will have 3 points of intersection. Okay. So now we'll look at the question. Okay. The question is, find the condition that P and Q must satisfy so that the graph have 3 distinct intercepts. So the orange line has to be greater than r, which is the blue line. Okay. Write the answer in the form of P and R where both are positive integers. So you need to put P equal to R in that sense. So the equation, the previous equation is y, equation of the graph is x cubed minus 12px plus r. So at this point B, okay, you know your x is minus 2, p 0.5. Substitute x into that. So y equals to minus 2. Instead of x, you're going to put p. Instead of x, we're going to replace it minus 2p 0.5 cubed minus 12p. X is minus 2p power 0.5 plus r. Just substitute that number into this equation. Okay? Now expand it. Minus 2 cubed is going to be minus 8. P 0.5 times P 0.5 plus P 0.5 is actually P 1.5. And then minus 12 times minus 2 is going to be plus 24. P times P 0.5 is P 1.5. Got 1 plus 0.5 is 1.5 and R remains. Okay? Simplify them. This like them. So 24 minus 8 is 16P 1.5 plus R. So the coordinates of B is 16P 1.5 and R. So if that's the coordinate, that is your Y value. To calculate your orange line, this line here, okay, what you're going to do, you take this line, the coordinate, which is this number here, okay, this number here, you minus the R to get this orange line. So we did that. So 16P 1.5 plus R, that is this length, minus this length will give you this orange line. So R and R will cancel out. So that orange line is going to be 16p power of 1.5. So they say that to get 3 distinct intercepts, you have to have the orange line greater than the blue line. So that number has to be greater than R for it to happen to have 3 distinct intercepts. To do that, 16p 1.5, that is your orange line, must be greater than the blue line, which is R. So to do that, the first thing we did, we divide 16 on both sides. So we divide 16 to P 1.5 equal to R greater than R over 16. And then we're doing algebra. P power 1.5 is 3 over 2. So square root of P cubed square root greater than R over 16. Then you square both sides. Then you get P cubed. The square root will disappear. So P cubed is greater than R over 16 square. So that's what they want. P and Q have to be positive integers, and that is how you solve and simplify this equation. So hopefully, have a go at it again. It sounds complicated, but if you understand the process, you should be able to get it right. So have a good day. Don't forget to watch question 2 and 3 in the future videos. In the meantime, excuse me, have a good day and see you soon. Cheers, everyone. Excellent.